Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. At the end of music entertainment news, we have tickets for Sal Volcano. Of course, from your Practical Jokers. Those tickets for the venue at Horseshoe Casino coming up right at the end of all the stuff we want to talk about. We poured one out this morning for, and thank God he's healthy and okay. But Matt Cameron pouring one out because he's no longer the drummer of Pearl Jam. Made this announcement yesterday. After 27 fantastic years, I have taken my final steps down the drum riser for the mighty Pearl Jam. Much love and respect to Jeff, Ed, Mike, and Stone for inviting me in the band in '98 and for giving me the opportunity of a lifetime filled with friendships, artistry, challenges, and laughter. I am forever grateful for the crew, staff, and fans all over the world. It's been my incredible journey. More to follow. Which is also kind of funny to add in there.
More to follow.
Yeah. More to follow. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Peace and love, Matt Cameron. And
I thought it was going to be like a little challenges because I never know what he's saying. But anyways, it's like a little. What are these lyrics anyways? Nobody knows. Anyways.
More to follow. DM me. More to follow about what really happened. No, he's an amazing dude. Obviously, the drummer of Soundgarden first, and he actually played on the demos of Pearl Jam 35 years ago. That Seattle community, very tight. One of the best drummers out there, and no longer in Pearl Jam. So we'll see what happens with Pearl Jam as far as getting a drummer. Foo Fighters need a drummer. Pearl Jam needs a drummer. The Who needs a drummer. Everybody's
the big three.
Yeah. And the Who.
I just feel like they're all good drummers, though.
They're all amazing.
So it's like, why? I don't know. Why are you looking for a new drummer when yours is good?
Very good point. Very good point.
What's the point?
You're around someone long enough. I mean, it seems like Matt Cameron wanted to leave. Pearl Jam put out an equally nice statement about him. It wasn't this kind of mysterious thing. And then all of a sudden, like Josh Freese from Foo Fighters said, yeah, I got a phone call. I was fired. Your services are no longer needed, I think were the exact words.
We did not get the Foo Fighters posting a nice letter about Josh Freese going, through all the ups and downs, we still love you, brother. Yeah. See you on the other side. That didn't happen.
No. After the last performance we saw was Riot Fest, where basically Dave Grohl led Josh Freese into a drum mecca anthology of everything he's done on stage. He played stuff like old stuff he'd played in, and it was really amazing. So they seemed tight then.
Yeah, well, it was 2 years ago.
Not 2 years.
A lot changes.
A lot changes.
Dave Grohl was a whole other baby with somebody. I mean, a lot happened.
A lot happened.
Whole other baby.
It was a whole other kid.
Besides a regular baby, it was a whole other baby.
It was a whole other baby.
That is a whole other thing. So we wish Matt Cameron well. I'll tell a quick story. Back in the day, I saw Soundgarden open for Guns N' Roses.
Good bill.
Incredible bill. And what a show. Soundgarden just ripped right through everything and was fantastic. And they ended about 9 o'clock. Guns N' Roses, this is back in the days when Guns N' Roses would delay. And they'd get on MTV. We played that MTV News theme in the beginning. The next day you'd see Kurt Loder come on and go, trouble in Dayton, Ohio. And that's exactly what happened. I was at that show. And Guns N' Roses did not come out right away. It was typical back then. And then Slash comes out on stage. And he says, hey, everybody, I promise you we'll do a full set. We got a power problem on the stage, even though he's talking on a microphone on stage.
Did he have his top hat on when he was saying this?
Oh, yeah, the full uniform.
Okay, awesome.
He had the uniform. And he says, we'll come out and we'll do a full set. And everybody cheered. Another hour goes by. Fights start breaking out. SWAT comes into the arena because they didn't know how to break up all these fights going on. It's about midnight by this point. I'm with a buddy of mine who drove down from Toledo to Dayton 3 hours. And I said,
there's no way there's a SWAT station in Dayton, Ohio. How fast could they get there?
Well, it was 3 hour delay, so eventually they got over there. Yeah, Dayton's not very big.
But when a fight breaks out, you can't just call SWAT and they're there in 30 seconds. That's weird.
No, they had plenty of time to get there because Guns N' Roses took a while to get on stage. Mm-hmm. And I said to my buddy, do you want to stay? I'm staying. He goes, no, we're staying. Hell yes. So finally at 1 a.m, Guns N' Roses come out and they rip. They played for 3 hours straight, a little more even. It's like 4:30 in the morning. Axl sounded incredible. November Rain on the piano suspended in the air. The show was unbelievable. And the next day, I had an interview scheduled with Matt Cameron to talk to him, former drummer of Pearl Jam now. And I had him on the phone, and I said, so, Matt, that was really weird. What happened last night with the power going out on stage? And he said, is that what they told you? And I said, well, Slash came out and said that on stage. He started laughing hysterically. He goes, no. They couldn't find Axel. And he pulled up with a limo at 1 a.m. and like 8 strippers pulled out and he was puking and they had to lift him up to take him to the stage. And I said, but he played for 3.5 hours from 1 a.m. It sounded incredible. He goes, that's what Axel did. At least that's what he does.
Wow.
Incredible. I was blown away because it was a phenomenal performance. Voice was on point. The band was on point. Everything was great. And I thank Matt Cameron for telling the truth on the radio show back then.
Thank you to Matt Cameron for that.
My college radio show. It was so cool that he did that because he could have just said, oh, yeah, there was a big problem. Nope. He no filter, just said what he said.
It's hilarious that Soundgarden did their full set and then he has the nerve to come out and go, power issue. It's like, well, it seemed like it was just working.
I tell you what.
Weird.
Outshine sounded incredible. I don't know.
Very loud also, very plugged in.
I don't know what kind of power problem was happening. That's my Matt Cameron story. He's a great dude. Also, more music news locally as Joe Trollman from Fall Out Boy made an announcement saying he's going to have surgery on his hand. Here's the exact announcement. He says, hey, everyone. After years of managing ongoing issues with my right hand, it's become clear that I need surgery to avoid permanent damage. Unfortunately, this means I'll have to take the rest of the year off from playing with the band. The silver lining is I'm going to make a full recovery, the doctors say. The band will still be playing all scheduled shows. I'm looking forward to recovering so I can get back out there with you guys. Thanks so much for the support, Joe Trollman, our local
How many
guy.
hand jokes do you think he got?
Oh,
like,
boy.
hey, take it easy. You hurt yourself over there?
Yeah, it's such a setup for every dad joke coming your way. You're a little lonely last night, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Poor Joe.
I like how Kenzie made herself laugh.
Oh, she's dying over there.
You just know.
People have those kind of jokes just on the ready, and they think they're the funniest people ever. Kind of like Kenzie right there. That was great, yeah.
No, I said, he's going to get a million. I wasn't like, guess what? I must do something super unique. Back up. That's not what I said.
I remember I had to have throat surgery.
Hey, bet you did.
See? There's Kenzie on the back of the old Q101 sludge days. Had to have throat surgery.
I bet.
See? That's what I heard.
Throat goat?
That's what I heard for 2 years. Oh, yeah. Oh, what's wrong with the throat there, huh? Yep. I still have PTSD from that.
Oh, my God. Nice of Don Rickles to join the show this morning. Thanks, Kenzie.
We're wishing Joe a fast recovery, and his hand will still move very fast on the guitar while he plays.
I hope so.
Poor guy. Those Sal Volcano tickets coming up in a second. Want to make an announcement that up next in the Q101 Lounge, which is one of the best venues in Chicago, right behind us at Q101, Winona Fighter will be there Thursday, July 17th, next week in our lounge before their sold-out show at Subterranean. Winona Fighter, do you want to know what they sound like? They sound like this. Kenzie's dancing on the table. They're awesome. The only way to win is to enter for a chance to win passes at Q101.com in the contest section and event section. So Q101.com. And Case here is going to be hosting.
That's right. So you can get into this lounge, Q101.com. Go to the contest section. You can not only get into the Winona Fighter Lounge there, but if you've never been to the contest section on our website, you can win Queens of the Stone Age Chicago Theater tickets, 21 Pilots tickets, Morrissey tickets, all these great things at Q101.com in the contest section. But the Winona Fighter Lounge, I'm very, very excited about. I'm very bullish on this band's future. They played Riot Fest last year. They were terrific there, and they'll be in the lounge next Thursday with me hosting.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Got Jack White on the way. Some Stone Temple Pilots coming too. But man, what a surprise this is. Thank you, McDonald's. How about it? Something a long time coming. We've talked about this for several months, actually. The Snap Rack. The Snap Wrap.
Nope. Try it again.
The Snack Wrap.
There you go.
What did I say the second time?
The Snap Rack.
Here we go.
We're never going to...
Here we go.
Do it
dropping
live.
off food again.
I'm a little excited. The Snack Wrap is back. Let's go. And we're so excited. They just dropped some off. It's just as craveable as you can remember. We just got a fresh delivery of snack wraps here at Q101.
Brian, hold that thing in the sky like Simba. Let me see it.
We have a lot of monitors in here. They're kind of. I'm holding it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm holding it like the boom box and say anything right now.
Casey, you and I need to bow like the elephants. Beautiful.
It's amazing. Big flavor. 2 bold styles. You got the spicy McCrispy, or ranch. Signature habanero heat, and the spicy McCrispy, or ranch. Creamy, savory, and smooth with just the right hint of garlic and onion.
I want both.
Yeah, we got both right here. Take a bite of these. I will not eat during the
You want to take a bite of the spicy?
Take a bite right now?
Take a bite of the spicy.
Let's see.
I like watching people eat because I'm always on a diet.
Kenzie, of course, is on an 80-calorie-a-day diet.
Yep.
Let me see what you got.
But you have the spicy, I have the ranch. You want to take a bite?
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That tortilla sounded soft. I like that.
It was delicious.
Case, don't back away from the mic. I want to hear it. Bring it up. This is a mukbang, baby. I like that.
What do they call that when you get turned on from sounds?
I don't know. What do they call
Is it
that?
like ASI or whatever.
What is it?
What
Are
is
you
it
talking
called?
about ASMR?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
ASI?
That's not being turned on. That's just liking certain sounds. No one's
Yeah.
like horny.
I think I
They're
saw
not
like
going to need hand surgery just because they...
I think like ASI is like a Law and Order, one of the versions of Law and Order.
I get asked a lot, like, you wake up so early in the morning. How do you do it? How do you live with that schedule? It's moments like this when we get a snack wrap 2 days before they hit McDonald's once again, because these will be out Thursday for everybody at your local McDonald's. It's times like this.
Brian's like, for the peasants. We'll be out there. Look at his face.
It's times like this where everything is worth it. When you can get a snack wrap in your hands 2 days before everybody else, which, by the way, on Thursday, I better see a line out the door at McDonald's. My goodness.
Turn it towards me now that you've bit into it. I want to see the inside.
Yeah, look at this.
Ooh.
Look at all the stuff that's in there.
Oh
Tons
my
of
God.
stuff.
But it's
That's a meal wrap, baby.
But it's not too much stuff, because there's a delicate balance in a wrap between look at all that stuff and look, that's too much stuff.
Yeah.
This is just the right amount.
This is
What's
good.
great about the snack wrap is you don't even have a burrito, which burritos are also fantastic. We're not going to talk down on them. But you can't get everything in each bite. You know what I mean? When you're like, well, lettuce is over there. You know what I mean? When you have to eat it like a typewriter. What's great about a snack wrap is you get all the flavors in every bite. It's very mouthable.
Like, look at this. Mouthable is a good word.
Thank you.
The first bite, I got everything. I
Yeah,
got
look
the
at that.
chicken, lettuce, all the flavoring. It's all just. that was a random bite. I didn't like strategically plan that
Exactly.
bite.
You don't have to wedge it. You
Yeah.
get everything.
Yeah.
Now, I'm somebody that struggles with spice. You had the spicy one, I had the ranch one. Do you think I'd be able to ride that bull? Do you think I'd be able to handle that?
I think normal people that like a little spice could. You
I'm not normal.
you think sour
Buddy.
cream is spicy.
Sour cream has a kick to it, man.
This has a nice, good kick, but it's not overpowering at all. I hate that when the kick overpowers actual food in the device. So it just does not do that of the snack wraps. These are amazing. They're back for a limited time. And Thursday, they will
Limited?
drop.
What do you
I
mean
know.
limited?
They say that, listen, once again, if you pack McDonald's, if there's lines down the street, you will force their hand into removing the limited time part.
Every
of it.
time I like something, a restaurant makes it limited, and it just pisses me off.
Yeah. Not here. Nope. So start your morning with it. Lunch run. Grab a snack wrap on its own as a combo with fries and a drink. Swing by your local McDonald's to wrap up your morning the right way. See the tie in there? The wrap up your morning.
Wrap it up.
Get that? Huh?
Huh?
All right, I'm going to eat the rest of this thing. You enjoy Jack White. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Thank you, McDonald's.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Start getting your takeaways in. 312-591-8300. Something you're taking away from today's show. Text that in right now. Brian and Kenzie, Q101. And Q101 Sports. Cubs didn't play last night, but people still talking about the seventh inning stretch from the podcast host from Call Her Daddy, Alex Cooper. She has 10 million followers, 10 million people listening to her podcast. But she did a little bit of something that got a lot of attention with the seventh inning stretch. So I kind of got some boos. Here's how it went.
Alex Cooper.
All right, Daddy Gang and Cubs fans, are you ready? You've never seen something like this before. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't never come back so let's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old game.
That's tough.
Well, rough. Yeah, the Cubs are up 11-0 over the Cardinals in that game, ended up winning that game. And she had some of her friends dancing behind her. It was atrocious. It was disrespectful.
Well, it wasn't. It was just too much. I think people were just like, okay, like focus. Like you missed half the lyrics because you were laughing. Now I will say, like I really like her. I actually watched her docuseries on Apple and stuff, and she has always been like this. Like her thing growing up was like making videos with her friends and trying to like. She likes to come up with skits and bits. It's like her thing. So I get it. I get that why this was like, oh, I'll do something funny like this. But there's just a time and a place. Just have fun. It's totally an honor to be asked. Just sing the song.
Yeah,
you know.
She knew what she was doing. She, like I said, she got most attention this week by doing it, and she'll talk about it all week.
I disagree with you in this aspect. I don't think she thought being goofy during the seventh inning stretch would get like a bunch of hate. I don't think that.
I think so. I think she just knew what she was doing. She was going to stand out, and it worked because we played it, and you know the crowd didn't like it at all. But obviously, it's working for her. It worked for her, but I think she knew the reaction she was going to get. Now, a lot of people, we played the Ozzy one, which is incredible, the Ozzy Osbourne one. A lot of people, we played this earlier, want to hear the Mike Ditka one again from the seventh inning stretch, July 5th, 98, when he was late, and they were stalling to try to get him. The Pirates were up 5-0 in this game over the Cubs in the middle of the seventh, dying for that seventh inning stretch to come along. And here's how that went with Mike Ditka.
Well, Mike Ditka's in the building, but we're going to have to take over unless he gets here very quickly. Yeah, I know. Believe me, folks, we booed too. Okay, you ready? Here he comes. Hold on. Hold on. This is a dramatic pause. And as we speak, Mike Ditka has made it. And boy, am I happy as all of you. Mr. Ditka, please.
A 1 and a 2 and a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. All these happy nuts like Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. I will roll up for the whole team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 1, 2, 3 strikes are out at the old ball game.
You know, shout out to the organist able to find that beat.
No
If
kidding.
that wasn't a rhythm and he was able to figure it out.
They're
It's
like,
oh my God.
They're like, oh, wait.
We're on the third line. Hold on.
Oh, God. So, well, we're done. There we go. Shout out to Mike Ditka. 312-591-8300. Give us takeaways from today's show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for takeaways. Dougie Styles coming in for Lauren this week. But takeaways from today's show, you send them in, we read them. 312-591-8300. Something that was memorable to you about today's show. Case, what do you got?
Jacob in New Lenox with his takeaway is that Brian shouldn't be allowed to work for TSA.
No kidding.
I need a side hustle. That'd be a good one.
It's like the Playboy Mansion for you.
And that's not a side hustle. This is a full-time job. I mean, like, you can't, like, pit stop in. Like, you're going to be there the whole day. What are you doing?
Why can't I work some hours? Can I work one day at O'Hare or one day at Midway?
You want to, like, you're like, can I be there for 15 minutes, get horny, and leave, you weirdo?
Again, I agree with what you said. That sounds fine to me. If that's possible for a side hustle, anybody works at TSA, let me know. I want a side hustle over there. Kenzie, what do you got?
Takeaway from 630. Case has no car, no house, and now no couch.
Oh, boy.
And he is available, ladies.
Yeah. Finally, a check-in from Phi checking in. Takeaway, Chili's catching murderers with straws since 2008. Obviously, Kenzie Crimes. So, Case, what's on the podcast?
Well, it's Tuesday, so we have a Kenzie's Crimes for you. Highly recommended. Very, very interesting story. Also on the podcast today, Brian has been marked safe from the Epstein client list. He's very excited about that.
Yeah, he was a little too giddy. That list didn't exist.
He was pumped this morning that there's no Epstein list. And also, unrelated to Brian and Jeffrey Epstein, Brian had a big personal announcement to share with us. Some life-changing stuff. If you missed it at 8 a.m.
Beyond the list not ruining his life.
He's got some positive life-changing stuff. That happened at 8 o'clock this morning. If you missed it, Brian and Kenzie podcast has that as well.
Yeah, you miss a moment, miss a lot. Anytime you want to hear the show, not just anywhere with the app or with a smart speaker or Q101.com. Anytime. You can listen to the show at midnight. A lot of people have these second shift jobs. Like they have a side hustle at TSA. They have to work.
Yeah, listen to us at TSA.
They have to work mornings. They can't listen to the show in real time. We are there for you anytime you want. The Brian and Kenzie podcast.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.